This hour of the Nielsen and Chase Show is brought to you by the Sawmill Sports Bar and Gaming Room in Sherwood Park.
Nielsen and Chase.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Napoli swings and hits one in the air. Left center field deep. Back goes Ellsbury to the warning track. He turns and this one's gone.
This is the Nielsen and Chase Show.
Edmonton Sports Radio.
Team 1260.
646, Team 1260 Hockey Insider, Darren Dreger in 15 minutes. So many places we can start with Eric Macramella from the sportslawblog.ca. There's Charlie Sheen. There's actually the fact that Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, that series, is going to be brought back for a third movie with Keanu Reeves and Alex Winters. And then there's the Barry Bonds trial. Like, really? I mean, what's the most important thing today? The answer, I guess, would be Charlie Sheen, but let's go to Eric Macramella. Eric, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, guys. What about Meatloaf and Gary Busey?
Man, did those two guys have it out on Sunday night, didn't they?
You know what? You have to love getting yelled at when you didn't do something wrong.
Yeah, I felt, as weird as it is to feel sorry for Gary Busey, I kind of did.
I kind of did. Out.
Yeah, no, and Meatloaf. Wow, can that guy still get fired up? It was a vicious battle on Sunday. There's no doubt about that. Charlie Sheen has trademarked how many words? What's this?
He has filed 24 trademark applications.
Wow.
For all of those wonderful, wonderful sayings. And guys, just so you know, I have built a trip around one of his performances down in Fort Lauderdale. So I am hoping that he doesn't cancel, because there's a chance that he's going to cancel, and that, of course, will result in me losing.
Yeah, instead of winning.
Duh.
Yeah, exactly. Eric Macramella with us from sportslawblog.ca. The reason we have you on, of course, is to talk Barry Bonds. Prosecution has wrapped up. Overall, how do you think they did?
Wow, you know what? Overall, guys, I don't think they did as well as they had hoped. I think before this trial started, if I was Barry Bonds, I was worried. There were a lot of potential witnesses that could have caused him some serious headaches. Today, though, when we look back, on balance, the witnesses that the prosecution produced didn't really deliver and do the job. So if I'm Barry Bonds, today, I feel a lot better about my prospects of success than I did 2 weeks ago.
So if the defense goes at it, and how big of a, I guess, for lack of a better term, defense do they have to put up so that he's not prosecuted?
They're probably just going to call a couple of minor witnesses. They're going to call Stephen Hoskins back to the stand. Stephen Hoskins was Barry Bonds' personal assistant, and also a childhood friend. They had a big falling out. Hoskins gave testimony for the prosecution, but he was killed on cross-examination. His credibility and his motivation were just completely undermined. So they're going to call him back, and they're going to attack him a little bit more. But the big issue for the defense is, do you call Barry Bonds? And the answer to that is, in all likelihood, no. The case is going actually pretty well for the defense, so I don't see there being a plus to calling Barry Bonds to the stand. I just want to sort of back up here and just give your listeners kind of sort of the basics here, is that you've got 5 counts here. You've got 4 counts of perjury, and you have 1 count of obstruction of justice. Of the 4 counts of perjury, 3 of them relate to Bonds knowingly lied about taking steroids. And then there's 1 that just says he lied about being injected. Injected with what? Who cares? It could have been Nutella, for all we care. It doesn't matter. So you have these 4 counts of him knowingly lying. And again, perjury, guys, is not just the fact that Bonds lied. It's the fact that Bonds lied and that he knew what he was taking. And that's why when he said he took flaxseed oil and an arthritis balm, when it was really the cream and the clear, which are steroids, he was just kind of feeding into this definition of perjury, saying, look, yeah, maybe I took steroids, but I didn't know it was steroids. And that can get him off on a perjury charge. And overall here, with all the witnesses that were produced by the prosecution, there's not a lot there to say that Bonds did take steroids knowingly. The big count, that's count 2, that he was knowingly injected by Anderson, there's pretty good evidence there from Kathy Hoskins, who's Stephen Hoskins' sister. She says she saw Bonds get injected in the navel in 2002. Okay? So again, it doesn't matter what he got injected with. If the jurors believe her, that they can get Bonds on 1 count. Now, what does Bonds get, guys, as far as jail time? Well, with every count, it's 5 years in prison, but the U.S. sentencing guidelines say even if he's nailed in all of them, it's no more than 15 to 21 months in jail and out for good behavior, which for Barry Bonds is unlikely. No, I'm just kidding. He's out in 13 to 18 months. So, you know what? Before this trial started, guys, I don't know what your reaction was. Before it started, it's like, you know what? This is going to be a vindication for all baseball fans. The guy's head, his skull grew. His foot went from a size 10.5 to 13. The guy hit his prime at the age of 40. This will be a vindication. After this trial, I'm not quite sure it's actually going to be as a positive thing for baseball fans as they had hoped.
Well, and that's where I want to go next. Does this thing go away after this trial, or does it come back again somewhere?
It comes back, but the main lead will be played by Roger Clemens.
Yeah, they do it all again.
Yeah, but you know what, guys? This is just about lying, right, to the grand jurors. And once this is dismissed, it's done. It comes back a la Mark McGuire, and that Barry Bonds, in all likelihood, won't be elected to the Hall of Fame. It's difficult to make an argument that he was not on PEDs when he hit his prime after players are well in the decline of their career, that is the age of 34 and onwards. And I put a bit of that on the blog, just a couple of paragraphs highlighting, when he hit his prime. But apart from that, guys, when this trial is done, unless new stuff comes out, that's pretty much it for Barry Bonds. I think he just goes on and lives his life.
Eric, great stuff. Wish we had more time, but let's do it again soon, okay?
Okay, thanks, guys. That
is Eric Macramella from sportslawblog.ca. For everything and anything related to law and sports, that is the place to go, and we're actually going to be linking to it in the near future from